Hi everybody, we are reading a story today called What's the Rush? And if you have not passed your papers out, go ahead and do that now and number your paragraphs so that if we want to go back and talk about a paragraph, we can quickly find where we are looking. All right, you have your papers and we are going to be making some inferences. So the first thing we're going to do is remember that in order to make an inference, we make some connections with things that have happened to us or things that we've read about or things that we know have happened to other people in the world somewhere. So we'll be making some connections, I'm sure, as we read this story. Let's read it together. What's the rush? The alarm went off. Lucy looked at the clock to see what time it was. A look of horror showed on her face. Then she heard a honking outside. Quickly, she put on her raincoat and grabbed her umbrella. She slid her feet into her boots. Paragraph 3. Rushing to the door, Lucy picked up a stack of books from the table. With her arms full, she hurried out. Now we have 3 places to make an inference, so feel free to pause me and have your own class discussions if you would like, but I'm going to continue with some things that I thought about as I was making inferences. So let's look at the fact that I can infer that Lucy woke up late. Okay, so it didn't tell me she woke up late, but I saw some clues in paragraph 1. What were some clues that we know would be involved if you woke up late? What are some clues to tell us Lucy woke up late? Pause and have that discussion. Now, did you say that she looked at the alarm clock to check the time and there was a look of horror on her face? Well, I know that's happened to me when I'm rushing around in the morning because I'm late. And when I first realize I'm late, I'm kind of startled and I'm a little bit worried. So I'm checking the time. So those are some clues that I know she was probably waking up late. Now, the second thing I'd like you to think about is how do we know, or what do we think is going on if it says she put on her raincoat and boots and grabs her umbrella? Those are some clues in the text that I know from my own life. Tell me that it's doing something. What is happening? What can we infer about the weather, friends? She has a raincoat and boots and she has an umbrella. It is raining. So my inference is I know it's raining. I infer that it is raining. What are my clues? My clues are that she has her umbrella and raincoat and puts on her boots. Now, the next thing that I want you to think about is, what is she late for? What is she late for? It doesn't tell us what she's late for. So I want you to pause me to look for clues in the text to tell you what she is late for. Pause me now. All right, welcome back. So I heard some great discussion. And how many of you thought she was late for school? Well, I was wondering if maybe she was late for the library. Maybe she was going to the library because one of the clues that I saw is that she grabbed her books. So, she might take books to the library. But then I thought about it a little bit more, and the library isn't something that you have to be there exactly at a certain time. If she's just returning books to the library, and it's not the school library, if she's just going to the regional library, there's not like a deadline, is there? So I think that you're probably right. I think she's probably going to school because school starts at a certain time, doesn't it? The library, granted they have hours, but you probably wouldn't be in such a panic to get to the library. So what were your clues that she was going to school, friends? I thought she was grabbing her books was a good clue. And I think she is kind of late for school because she was rushing out the door. And then did you hear honking too? So somebody was taking her, weren't they? They were honking to get her attention. So friends, as you are reading, you're going to be making all sorts of inferences. And remember, as you're inferring, you're kind of reading between the lines a little bit. You're taking what you know about life and mixing it with what you read in the text to make some decisions that the author doesn't necessarily write directly in the story. So be a good thinker and have an awesome day.